Hello friends, welcome you all. In last lecture, we are discussed about manufacturing process of wet process or dry process of cement, then box compound and the physical properties of box compound and also the chemical constituents present in ordinary Portland cement. Now, in this lecture, we are going to discuss the hydration of cement. So, what is meant by hydration of cement? It is defined as it is the exothermic chemical reaction which takes place when water is added to cement, which gives cement paste, and large heat is evolved about 120 calorie per gram is called as hydration of cement. Simply, we can call as it is the chemical reaction takes place between the water and cement which evolved the large amount of heat, that is about 120 calorie per gram. We can call as hydration of cement. So next point is the heat of hydration. So what is meant by heat of hydration? It is defined as the quantity of heat in calories per gram of hydrated cement evolved upon complete hydration at a given temperature. We can call as heat of hydration. For complete hydration of cement, 38% water by weight of cement is required. During hydration, the large heat is evolved which is useful for development of strength. Okay. Then if this heat of hydration is less, then the strength development will be slower one and ultimate strength will not be achieved. But if heat of hydration is moderate, then strength will be maintained and durability will be ensured. When heat of hydration is excessive, then concrete may give the severe cracks on it. Okay. Thus, the heat of hydration plays an important or vital role in a strength of concrete. When cement particles are more fine, then hydration takes place quickly, producing more heat of hydration. This heat of hydration become responsible to bind particle together to ensure the target strength. So next point is the physical properties of cement. So let us see one by one. First is fineness. So what is meant by fineness? It is the measure of size of cement particle. We can call as fineness. The required fineness of good cement is achieved through grinding the clinkers in last step of the cement production process. As hydration rate of cement is directly related to the cement particle size, fineness is fineness of cement is very important one. Okay. So second one is the standard or normal consistency. It means the ability of cement paste to flow. Okay, we can call as consistency, that is normal consistency or standard consistency. It is measured by using the Vicat test, or we use the Vicat apparatus for measuring the standard consistency or normal consistency. Next is the setting time. There are two types in setting, that is initial setting time and final setting time. Okay, initial setting time is typically occur within the 30 to 45 minutes, and final setting time it is not more than 10 hours or 600 minutes, we can say. Okay. Cement sets and hardens when water is added. Okay, then this setting time can vary depending on multiple factors. Okay, so what are that factors? That is fineness of cement, water cement ratio, chemical content and admixtures. Okay, so this cement used in construction should have an initial setting time that is not too low and final setting time not too high. Okay, so that is initial setting time should not be less than 30 or 45 minutes. Okay, and in final setting time should not be greater than the 10 hours or 600 minutes. So next is the soundness. So what is meant by soundness? Soundness is referred to the ability of cement to not shrink upon hardening. Okay. So good quality of cement retains its volume after setting without the delayed expansion, which which is caused by the excessive free lime and magnesia. Okay. This soundness is mainly caused due to the excess lime or magnesia present in the cement. So avoid this soundness of cement. We have to take a proper limit of the lime and magnesia. Okay. Next is the compressive strength. Compressive strength of cement perform on a cement mortar mix, not on cement paste. Okay, mortar mix means what? Cement plus sand plus water. Okay, we are adding the sand. So cement plus sand plus water we can call as mortar, and we are performing the compressive strength on the mortar, not cement paste. Okay, so generally three types of strength measured in cement, that is compressive, tensile and flexural. Okay, various factors affect the strength such as water cement ratio, cement fine aggregate ratio, curing conditions, size and shape of the specimen. Okay, the manner of molding and mixing, loading condition and age. So these all factors are considered. Okay, so next point is the different grades of OPC. There are mainly three grades of OPC, that is 33 grade, then 43 grade and 53 grade cement. Okay, so here we can see some photographs, some brands and their cement, what we can say, cement grades shown on these photos. Okay, so first one is the Deccan Cement 33 grade Deccan Cement. Here we can see this is ACC OPC 43. This is Coromandel King 53 grade cement. Next, what is meant by 33 grade of cement? Okay, this 33 grade of cement means what? This type of cement shows the minimum 33 Newton per mm square compressive strength after 28 days. That is after complete curing when tested on CTM. Okay, means OPC 33 grade means what? The compressive strength, that is characteristic compressive strength of that cement is after 28 days when we are tested under the CTM, it should not be less than 33 Newton per mm square. So what are the uses of this 33 grade of cement? We are using this cement for masonry work or plastering work. Okay, we are not using for the concreting work. Only masonry work and plastering work is done with the help of this 33 grade cement. Next is 43 grade cement. It means the minimum strength of that cement after 28 days when tested under the compressive testing machine should not be 43 Newton per mm square. Okay, so this 43 grade cement we are using for PCC and RCC work, also in RMC and precast and pre-stressed concrete. Next is the 53 grade of cement. It also means this type of cement should not be strength after 28 days should not be less than the 53 Newton per mm square when tested on compression testing machine. So 53 grade of cement we are using for RCC bridges, construction of precast building construction, then construction of factories building, then concrete sleeper construction. So these are the uses and grades of the cements. Next point is the physical characteristics of the and requirements of the ordinary Portland cement. So these are the characteristics, that is fineness. Fineness of 33 grade cement is 300. Okay, that is meter square per kg. 43 grade it is 2 to 5 and 53 grade also it is 2 to 5. Particle size is fine. The strength of the material is greater. Okay, because the more specific surface area is given for the complete hydration. So then minimum compressive strength for 3 days and 3 days, 7 days and 28 days. For 33 grade it is 16 Newton per mm square for 3 days, 22 Newton per mm square for 7 days and 33 Newton per mm square for 28 days. Similarly for 43 grade, 3 days strength is 23 Newton per mm square. After 7 days it is 33 Newton per mm square, and at the end of 28 days it should be greater than 43 Newton per mm square. In 53 grade cement, after 3 days its strength should be greater than 27 Newton per mm square. Then 7 days it is 37 Newton per mm square, and after the 28 days it should be greater than 53 Newton per mm square. So next characteristic is setting time, that is initial setting time and final setting time. It is measured in minutes. Okay, initial setting time, minimum setting time for all types of grade is 30 minutes. Okay, initial setting time should not be less than 30 minutes. and final setting time, that is maximum, should not be greater than 600 minutes, that is 10 hours. Then the soundness of cement, that is soundness of cement for all grades should not be more than 10 mm. Next is the testing of ordinary Portland cement. There are two methods, that is field test and laboratory test. So let us see first field test. So first one is date of packing. So strength of the cement reduces with time. Okay, so it is important to check the manufacturing date of the cement. Generally, the cement should be used before 90 days from the date of manufacturing, because if the cement is older than 90 days, its strength will be reduced, okay, corresponding to the age of that cement. So date of packing must be checked. Second one is the color test. The color of the cement should be uniform, okay, should be gray color with a light greenish shade, or we can say greenish gray, okay. Next is the presence of lumps. So cement should be free from any hard lumps. Such lumps are formed by the absorption of moisture from the atmosphere, okay. So any bag of cement containing such lumps should be rejected, okay. Next is the adulteration test, okay. The cement should be feel smooth when touch or rub in between the fingers. If it is felt rough, it indicates the adulteration of sand, okay. So it should be filled with smooth, okay, when touch or rub in between two fingers. Next is the temperature test. The temperature test, if hand is inserted in the bag of cement, okay, if hand is inserted in a bag of cement or heap of cement, it should be feel cool and not warm, okay. So this is the temperature test. Next is the flow test. In float test, the cement should be float for when we are taken the handful cement on hand, okay. Small quantity of cement is thrown in a bucket of water. The particle should be float for some time before it sinks, okay. So next is the setting test. It in setting test, the a thick paste of the cement with water is made on one piece of glass plate, and it is kept under the water for 24 hours, okay. So it should set and not crack, okay. After 24 hours it should be set one, okay, not cracked. Then strength test. A block of cement 25 by 25 and 200 mm long is prepared, and then it is immersed in for 7 days in a water. Then it is placed support the 15 centimeter apart, and it is loaded with a weight of about 34 kg. Then the block should not be sign of failure. It should not be give the any sign of failure. That is the strength test. So these all are the field tests. These are general tests which are conducted on field, so you should know the all these tests, field tests. Next one is the laboratory test. So we are discussed in the next lecture. So hope you understand today's all points. So thank you.